How many more weeks must I get blasted with radiation? Will it ever end? Why has everything turned into my very own cancer tumour Groundhog Day? What's God got to do with it? And what big news do I have about a special tree? What? Come this way, through the curtain of blurred colons, and find out. Welcome to my Tumour-tastic YouTooSpain
video diary number 18.
Hi, Skatz here.
They know who you are.
It's Friday, April the 19th, and this is video diary number 18. I'm more than halfway through this stage of the treatment, which is radiotherapy and chemo tablets. In case this is your first time listening, welcome. Today is number 17 of 25. I'm down to single figures of days left. 8 weekdays will take me through to just after the beginning of May.
I love a good countdown to the end.
First of all, a huge thank you once again to all of you who've been thinking of me and Liz and sending messages of support and topping up the GoFundMe appeal. That's going to get more and more important as time goes on. It was tax month this month, and thank you for sending me stories of how you and your relatives have beaten cancer. Keep all of those messages and donations coming, please. I really do appreciate all of the effort, especially at this stage when it's beginning to seem like an endless slog.
Slog.
That's today's special word, slog. Slog, 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 and more slog. Then a brief weekend. Then slog, 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 and even more slog.
Slog, slog, slog.
Down the windy mountain road, along the long motorway, through the shitty city traffic, parking in the same park, climbing up the same steps, crossing over the same street, past the same security guard who still asks me where I'm going, go to the loo for a wee and a poo, put the card through the door, waiting to hear my name called. 109, going through the same door. Take off your clothes, on with the gown, wait for the call, Andrew.
Slog, 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 slog.
Through the scary metal door, onto the table, up with the gown. Don't move, shallow breaths, calm down, don't twitch, big machine clicks and whirs, red light turning round, green light, don't move, shallow breaths, red light turning round, buzz, going the other way, buzz, green light, here comes the nurse, move the table, get off the table, muchas gracias, hasta mañana, through the massive metal door, pick up your card, changing room, off with the gown, on with the clothes, out the door, adios, cancer people, up the stairs, past the same security guard, he's forgotten who I am again, cross the street, down the stairs, into the car, shitty traffic, long motorway, bumpy, windy mountain road, stuck behind the same bus, slow, slow. Back home, have some food, chemo tablets, wait a while, go to bed, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat.
Slog, 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 slog.
When will it ever end?
Never.
So, yeah, keep on sending me fresh messages. You have no idea how much they help, even though I'm running out of ways to say thank you. Oh, and did you know you can be a member of this channel and get these videos early before anybody else? I've only just discovered this myself, and there are other benefits too. Thank you to the few who've already discovered it. Speaking of which, an extra special thank you to my drivers for not only doing the same journey with me over and over, slog, 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 but for putting up with me and chatting and keeping me entertained and stopping this seeming like the cancer version of Groundhog Day. And that's the director's cut, with extended extra scenes.
That's my favourite movie.
And thank you to all of the people who responded on Computer Social Facebook group when I asked for more drivers, because a few of the regulars have gone away for a few weeks. Not because of me, they're on holiday. Anyway, the response was so overwhelming that I couldn't keep up with it, and I couldn't fit you all onto the schedule. Sorry about that, I know how much you were looking forward to it. I now have a secondary reserve list for stage 2, which is going to be quite a bit different because the treatment is nasty heavy metal chemo dripped very slowly straight into the vein for many hours.
Heavy metal.
So that creates a logistics problem. Does my driver drop me off and keep themselves occupied for maybe 6 hours in Malaga before picking me up, or do we organise a different driver to pick me up afterwards? 2 drivers per day. That would kind of make more sense, but what happens if the nurse does the blood test and an hour or so later the results come back and my white blood cells are so depleted I can't have the chemo that day? And my driver's already left and I have to wait for the return driver who might not be free for many hours.
Oh, I'll definitely make that happen.
Then I might have to come back only a week later instead of 3, so the whole schedule will all move back a week because stage 2 is just 1 day every 3 weeks, which is a very different kind of Groundhog Day. It's a Groundhog 21 days with a very slow up and down cycle of feeling really bad and not so bad and really bad, then maybe worse, then not so bad.
Then so bad, it'll make really, really, really bad look like a walk in the park.
So that's something nice to look forward to. 18 weeks of that or more. It's about time I started choosing some books to read, or I could use the time to turn this wonderful adventure into a book. I'd have to take my laptop with me. I'll have to see if that's okay. Don't want to be tapping away if I'm next to people who are trying to read or relax or sleep. I wouldn't want that at all. I'm not sure if I'll be in a separate room. Maybe I can take headphones and watch a film. If the Wi-Fi lets me, if it's good enough. I'll find out on day 1, I guess.
Tap, tap, tapping, tap, tap, tapping.
Any suggestions for books I could read? Preferably fiction. I like a good story. Tell me in the comments below. Oh, and while you're there, give me some more random words like slog. I've got to put that one in. I've got a few words that some of you sent me after the last song, but I need some more. Go wild with it. Reach into your imagination and pull out a dragon or something.
How about f*** off?
Oh, I do have some good news. After stage 1, there's a bit of a gap before I can have the heavy metal chemo, and because I won't be on radiotherapy anymore, I can eat what I want. Yeah, hallelujah. There may be a glass or 2 or 3 of wine involved, and some very special meals have been promised. I can't go completely overboard, of course, and I'll be staying away from sugar as much as possible. That's very sensible. And apart from the occasional relaxing of the rules and enjoying myself, I'm going to be keeping the carbs quite low and doing enough intermittent fasting to help recovery without losing weight too much. That's very important, the doctor says.
Give me sugar.
Anything else to report? A few side effects appearing. The dry lips and dry skin are still happening. Some soreness of my skin over the area where the radiation is being fired in. I'm coating that with aloe vera immediately after treatment, so it's not too bad. It's made some of my journeys home a bit sore, one day especially, and it's right where my seatbelt straps around me, so that's no fun with the bumpy roads and the sort of side to side rubbing as we go around corners. The newest side effect is having difficulty peeing without pain, because that's been getting worse. It is a bit painful sometimes, but that's normal for radiotherapy, apparently. Oh, joyful day.
Shut it, you ponce.
Talking of joyful, I had a most amusing comment on one of the song videos. It was the Freddy's Going Down one. Here's what somebody wrote. Freddy, we have a creator. His name is God. His son is strong and powerful enough to take away the tumour. His son's name is Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You can read about him in the KJV Bible. That's King James Version. Jesus can make miracles happen if you just try. Surely I shouldn't need to try. He's a God, for goodness sake. Anyway, I replied, "Is that the same chap who created cancer and childhood diseases, advocated slavery and wiped out the majority of the human race in a flood?"
I like the sound of him.
As you can tell, I'm not happy with God. Or at least I wouldn't be happy with him if he existed outside the realms of mythology and fairy tale, where he's promised I'll eventually burn in the endless fires of hell if I don't worship him. I know this might not be a popular point of view to some of you, but it is what it is. And if God exists, he'd do the right thing and forgive me anyway, because that's what he does when he's not smiting. In the meantime, I will await with bated breath for a reply from the man who wrote the comment on the video, although I'm not totally convinced he's capable of reason. However, because he wrote under the short video of the same song this comment: "Who is Freddie? Who's the bastard? And why does it say tumour? Freddie is going down because he has a tumour and he has cancer. What a sad song." So, by way of an explanation, I told him, Freddie is the tumour and the bastard. Does that make the song a little happier for you? I don't think he's a regular watcher.
Even I think he's a...
One more piece of news. You'll notice under this video and all of the others from now on that I have a Linktree link, which is what you can click on for everything to do with me and YouTooSpain and my music, and to donate and to support. I've only just discovered Linktree and it's awesome, and it doesn't cost anything. It's lovely, it's free to me and it's free to you as well. It doesn't cost you. It's just a way of giving you access to everything without using loads and loads and loads of links. Every branch of what I do, see what I did there? Every branch of what I do is there on the tree for all to see. Give it a try. One of the branches is my SoundCloud page. I'd forgotten I had one. It's got loads of my original songs on it. That was a really nostalgic trip down memory lane for me when I looked at it yesterday. Haven't heard any of those songs for ages, and they made me quite emotional. Excuse me. Bit of a burp came out as well. I'm going to relearn some of them and put them on my other YouTube channel, which is called Skatzman Music, so that I don't clog up this one with all of the songs. You'll find the link to that channel on the Linktree also. And I'll put the Linktree link in the comments as well, so it's in the video description and in the comments, and you'll probably find it all over the place as well. I'll do a QR code for it as well and put that somewhere. So please subscribe to that other channel as well if you like music.
Heavy metal!
Well, that's really all for this week. Next week I'll have something else to say, and possibly to sing too if you send me some words. Tune in next week to find out with another thrilling episode of Feck Off Freddy.
Shut it, you toe rag.
Keep your fingers and your toes crossed, you lovely people, and as always, raise your drinking receptacle with me.
Still alive.
And of course, let's do the cancer dance.